Well, foodies rejoice because happening all this week, you get a chance to sample a variety of foods, all thanks to the Columbia Food and Wine Festival. Joining us now is Patrick Connolly and Demi Henderson. Thank you all so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So this is pretty cool. We're talking food and wine, all the food that you can imagine. So Demi, we'll start off with you. For someone who's never been to an event like this, what can they expect?
Absolutely. The Columbia Food and Wine Festival is about a week-long event. We have all sorts of different types of food or drink centered things happening all around town. It's either in Columbia. This year we're actually expanding into Lexington County too, but there's 12 events, over 100 different chefs and restaurants and mixologists participating. It's very lively, exciting, all week long.
Over 100 restaurants.
Yes.
So kind of take us back to the setting up process or organizing this. That's a lot.
It has been quite the experience, but it's been so fun and so interesting because we get to really build our relationships with the chefs and mixologists of the community, but also expand it beyond just Columbia. So we have a few chefs coming from out of town. We have some flying all the way in from Chicago to participate. So we're really prioritizing making sure that this is a world-class experience for everyone who attends.
Well, speaking of chefs, and take a look at the local aspect of it, we have Patrick Connolly. You're with Steel Hands Brewing, man. So what does it feel like to take part in this event?
It's really exciting, especially being from the beer industry. We are showcasing a couple of our beers. We are also utilizing our beer for ingredients and food. We're letting our kitchen crew and chef go wild with how creative they want to be for a specific event we're doing. We're also collaborating with Los Chicanos for our event on Thursday, so being able to work hand in hand with them, see their influence and the types of food that they produce, and taking our ideas as well and meshing them all together and just coming up with a fantastic product for our guests to eat.
That really sounds good. So there are a number of events this week, Demi. So what's the difference between, I'm hearing two different things, signature event and a grand tasting?
I got you.
All right.
So every year we plan the whole week. The grand tasting is the thing that doesn't change. The signature events change every year. So our signature events are where we get to kind of build things and imagine and kind of go crazy. The themes change every year, the locations change every year, the activities and experiences that our guests get to participate in, different every time. Grand tasting is always every Sunday, so every festival Sunday, the very end of the week, and this is where everything builds up to. So we have almost all of our chefs that participate throughout the week are going to be at the grand tasting. There's tents of food and restaurants and breweries and wine vendors and all sorts of participation from all around town.
So from the chef standpoint, Patrick, definitely you would tell the folks, don't eat anything Sunday morning.
Exactly. No, you're not going to want to eat breakfast. You're going to come very hungry and you'll leave very full.
Oh, well, I mean, just hearing this, all the different types of restaurants and the foods that you talked about as well. Now, although this is a local fest, there's also an impact for the state too, Demi.
Absolutely. So last year, 2023, over 50% of the people who came into town for the grand tasting came from outside of the Midlands. Whoa. So we're getting to really boost tourism and support all of the businesses in Columbia, but really drive traffic for the state. So we're really excited this year, like I said earlier, to have chefs coming in from out of state.
And Chicago you mentioned too.
Exactly, yes. To really highlight it and make it kind of a world-class experience.
Okay. This week is also talking about, the festival is also a nonprofit as well. You know, there's the fun side, the food, the tasting, but what are you all doing to help the community?
Yes. So we're really excited this year with the opening or launching of us as a nonprofit because it really opens the door for us to access more resources. So one, we can have access to more funding, and then we're able to really pour that money directly back into the chefs and communities that we serve. But we also get more volunteers. We get to kind of play around a little bit more because we have that new status. We're operating under the Post and Courier Foundation.
Oh, so there it is. So before we go, so where can folks go for more information?
ColumbiaFoodAndWineFestival.com.
All right, and so it's taking place this week, basically.
Yes, very, very excited.
All right, and Demi, thank you so much for being here. And Patrick, we appreciate you as well for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay up to date with this story and more. Subscribe to our Watch Fox YouTube page. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell to never miss an update.